Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to convert fractions to decimals. Let's say that you have 3 over 8 and they want you to convert this fraction to a decimal and they want you to round that decimal to the nearest hundredth. Now to convert any fraction to a decimal, all you do is you literally just going to divide that fraction here. This one goes inside and this number goes on the outside. So inside of the box is 3, outside of the box is 8. Now you want to say how many times 8 goes into 3. Now 8 is too big to go into 3. So how many times 8 goes into 3? 0 times. 0 times 8 is 0. 3 take away 0 is 3. Now again, there's nothing to bring down here. Whenever there's nothing to bring down, the trick is put a decimal point and a 0. That decimal point will go up and the 0 will be the one that you bring down. Always, when there's nothing to bring down, you always do that. Now, how many times 8 goes into 30? Again, remember your multiplication table. 8 times 4 is 32, and 8 times 3 is 24. So therefore, the closest one to 30 that is smaller than 30 is 24. So 8 goes into 30 3 times. So 3 times 8 is 24. 30 take away 24 is 6. 10 take away 4 is 6. 2 take away 2 is 0. We don't have to write it. Again, there's no number to bring down. You bring down your own number here. You bring down a 0. Always a 0. How many times 8 goes into 60? Remember that 8 times 7 is 56, and 8 times 8 is 64. So 8 goes into 60 7 times. 7 times 8 is 56. Borrow 1. 66. 10 take away 6 is 4. Now they want you to round to the nearest hundredth. You know that this 3 is in the 10th place. And the 7 is the one that is in the 100th place. Again, but when you're rounding, you always want another number here on this side, so you can look to the right of the 7 to know if the 7 will become an 8 or if it will stay the same. So that's the reason why we need to continue. We need to drop down one more 0 and do the problem. So how many times 8 goes into 40? 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40, and 40 take away 40 is 0. So your answer is 0.375. Round to the nearest hundred. This is 10th, this is 100th. So this is the number that I'm interested in. I'll look to its right. It's 5. So the rule says when the number to its right is greater than 5 or equal to 5, we add 1 to that guy here. So that means instead of 0.37, it becomes 0.38. And any number to the right of this number, we drop down. So that's the reason why the 5 is no longer here, so we just drop it. So this becomes 0.38. Let's do one last example. So let's say that you have 2 3/4. Whenever you have something like this, there's many ways you can do it. First, you can, if you want, you can change this into an improper fraction, they call it, by doing 2 times 4 and add it to the 3. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. And then keep the bottom as the same. So 11 over 4. Then after you do this, you can go ahead and divide. This one goes inside. This one goes on the outside. Inside is 11. Outside is 4. So how many times 4 goes into 11? Again, 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 3 is 12. Cannot go over 11. So it goes in 2 times. So 4 goes into 11 twice. 2 times 4 is 8. 11 take away 8 is 3. Again, there's nothing there to bring down. So you put a decimal point and a 0. The decimal point goes up. The 0 goes down. So how many times 4 goes into 30? 4 goes into 30 how many times? We know that 4 times 7 is 28. And 4 times 8 is 32. So 4 goes into 30 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. 30 take away 28 is 2. Put a 0 here, so bring down another 0. Or, and for this problem, they ask us to round it to the nearest 10th. Again, why didn't we stop here is because we need one more number, because this is the 10th place. We need one more number to know if that 7 will become an 8 or if it will stay the same. So bring down the 0. So now how many times 4 goes into 20? It's 5 times, because we know 5 times 4 is 20. So 20 take away 20 is 0. So your answer is 2.75. Since they asked us to round to the nearest tenth, this is the 10th place. We look to its right. If the number is greater than 5 or equal to 5, this number, we add 1 to this number here that we're interested in, because we want to round to the nearest tenth. So the 7 becomes an 8. And anything to the right of that number that we're interested in, we drop it, we get rid of it. So your final answer is 2.8. Thanks for watching and make sure you practice. Bye.